Welcome to the Art of Decluttering podcast. We're your hosts. I'm Kirsty from Feels Like Home Professional Organisers.
And I'm Amy Revell from Simply Organised. We can't wait to share with you all our tips and tricks to help you declutter and keep your home and family organised.
If you'd like to engage with the podcast further, you can find us at the Art of Decluttering on Facebook.
Let's get started. You've joined us for episode 38 of the Art of Decluttering. Today we'll be talking about decluttering and organising your holidays.
Holidays, like camping and going to holiday homes?
Holiday houses. Oh, I just love holidays.
Yes, I do too.
I prefer holidays that don't require me to do much.
Yeah.
So that's really what we're going to talk about today. How to make holidays easy, simple, straightforward, decluttered, organised.
Ready for Easter holidays this year?
Oh, yeah.
Easter.
We're going up to Queensland. Not for Easter, though. I'm just working the dates out in my head. I'm pretty sure we'll be back.
Okay.
After Easter.
Okay.
So basically we're going to Queensland in May.
Well, that's way after Easter.
Yeah, like 3 weeks
Easter's
after
the beginning of April this year.
Is it?
Yeah,
That's
it's really
very
early.
Snap. Jinx, personal jinx. You can't talk again until I say your name 3 times. So today I'm going to be talking in our podcast about camping, holiday houses. And did you hear me say your name 3 times?
Am I talking?
Yeah.
No,
you
I
are.
am. How old are you?
I loved doing that when I was a kid.
So did I.
And I would say my sister's names and all but the last syllable. And I go, I didn't actually say your full name. You can't talk yet.
So how did you do it? Claire,
Ruth, Georgie, you.
Oh,
Yep.
Laura.
Such an annoying sister.
You are.
Was. Holidays.
Let me take me back to the holidays.
What type of holiday is your favourite, Kirst?
Oh, I think we talked about this in Christmas holidays too. I said anywhere but with my family.
As in anywhere but even with Simon and the kids?
Oh, no, I'm only joking.
Yeah, that looked like a joking face.
Yeah, no. No, I really love Noosa. I love Noosaville. I love going up there and hiring a house or an apartment so that we can cook if we need to, like do breakfast and lunches without having to go out every single meal. But then going out every single meal.
Because you have the option to and you choose to go out.
Yes.
So let's maybe first talk about going camping because I know that's something you've done on occasion, but it's not something you do super regularly.
No, we used to do it a lot more BC.
Yeah. We didn't do it at all BC before kids. In fact, before kids would be BK, before children would be BC.
I was just thinking the same thing.
Yeah. We're having trouble with our acronyms. No, our initial abbreviation and enunciation, clearly.
And talking in general.
Before children, we didn't go camping. We've only started camping with kids.
Wow.
So
do
we
you
can
go camping with friends?
We have.
Is that how you got into it?
No, we got into it just the 4 of us going camping.
Was Cal a camper?
Nope, neither of us were.
Wow, that's pretty big and brave.
I know. Well, growing up, my dad hates camping with a passion. Has never.
Is he a 6-star holidayer?
No, we would just go to holiday houses. So effectively now what would be probably an Airbnb and we'd hire it for a month and we'd go to Queensland or northern New South Wales and that was our holiday every year and we loved it. We'd go to the same place every single year. We'd drive, we'd get up there and we'd fully move in. We'd have linen service, have your groceries. We joined the library up there, so every year we could go to the library when we were there. We fully moved into the town every year.
Cool. There's that thing. I was talking to somebody the other day about the joy of going somewhere every year and it just being the thing that you do, as opposed to Simon and I love going to different places. We love Noosa and we've been there several times, but experiencing more. Does that sound? I don't mean it to be pretentious or anything, but just having different experiences and seeing more of Australia or more of the world instead of, I would love to be able to afford to go every Easter, have this holiday place and then the other holidays go around the world.
No, not happening.
No.
We would love that idea too, but that would require kind of either buying a beach house down at the beach, which is not happening. But we do love going down the peninsula in Melbourne, in Victoria, and that's probably our favourite place to camp.
So where?
Rosebud, Dramana, down that side. What was that?
Oh, no. There's this really, really, really funny video about wogs. Why do we keep talking about wogs?
'Cause I
So
am
those
one.
people who find it offensive, we're really sorry. We're not being offensive. So there's this really funny YouTube about this Italian guy taking the mickey out of Italian grandparents.
Yeah, well, that's how we got going down to that side of the
And
beach.
so he's all like, and part of it is like, come down to Tremonti. And my friends are
Yeah.
actually down there at the moment and they're wogs. And so when I saw the video, I tagged them in it. I was like wetting myself laughing.
Yeah, that is totally how we got introduced to the peninsula. Was my best friend's grandparents would go down there for like the whole of summer.
Yeah,
and
the
we'd go
whole.
down there and pick fruit and make bolognese, and it was the best. So yes, that's where we go camping. But I don't like really complicated camping. I don't like camping where you got to have a trailer. Like if I camp, I want to be able to fit it all in my car. Like it's totally okay to put the bikes on the back, but I don't want to be towing anything. I don't want anything on the roof. I want simple camping, and I don't want to take like 3 hours to set up. An hour is totally fine, but I want it to be simple. So can I tell you what I do?
No.
Okay, excellent. You know the Bunnings containers that we often talk about?
Yes.
Because they're lightweight and big and 50 litres and all the rest. We have all of our camping gear in there. So we have one that has all your kitchen stuff. So it's got an electric fry pan, because we almost always go with powered sites because we're not hardcore campers. We don't take a I'm using my hands to do charades again. We don't take a gas bottle with us. We just use like the gas barbecues that are at the caravan park or at the beach or at the park or whatever. So we just take one that's kitchen accessories. We have one that's got all our blow-up mattresses in. We take our sleeping bags, and we've got one box that has, it's got lights for nighttime. It's got extension leads and power leads, spare ropes and our head lanterns. And then we just pack our tent, our chairs and our gazebo.
Awesome.
Simple, 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 but you can go on holidays for quite a while with just that simple setup.
Perfect. Simon had a whole same Bunnings tubs. Yep, full of all that.
Well, it's great because you can chuck everything just straight in the car. You don't actually have to pack.
Yeah, we did it and we were medium core.
Medium core.
Yeah, so
Power, no power.
power if we could get it.
Toilets, no toilets.
Oh no, we've gone non-toilets. Actually, with the Sparks, we did
Wow,
no
that's
toilets.
impressive.
Well, not no toilets, but long
Drop
drops.
toilets.
Yeah.
Yep.
In Apollo Bay.
Apollo Bay, yeah.
up in the Otways.
Beautiful.
Not Apollo Bay, in the Otways.
That's total medium core.
Yeah, and we take a gas bottle
Yeah.
so that we can cook.
That sounds lovely.
Yeah.
There's something about camping that does declutter your mind because you just don't have distractions.
The distractions that you have are different. The distractions you have are kids riding click bikes at 6 o'clock
What are
in the morning.
click bikes?
I remember one time we went camping, kids had like spokey dokes.
Spooky dokes.
Spokey
That's
dokes.
annoying.
That's annoying, right?
You should not have that at a caravan park.
And then another time.
And you hear, did you like
click
that?
clicks. No, get one of your little
Oh,
toys.
hold on.
Perfect.
Did you like that?
Thanks, Jared. Thanks for your toys.
I love all these. Like, I've got, all right, just total side note here. This is my new toy. Do you like that one? I don't have a reason for it yet, but when I think of one, I'm going to, the ice cream truck at the caravan parks would make a similar noise to this. Do they?
I think they might do Tinkle Bell better.
Tinkerbell. Yes, that's totally the ice cream truck.
Oh, it's actually Mr. Whippy noise, like the little song. And we tell our kids that means that it's empty.
Oh, you are cruel parents. But funny. Funny but cruel.
When he turns the music on, it means that there's nothing left.
And he's just driving around trying to find his home because he ate all the ice cream. So when you and Simon used to go camping, you would do tubs as well.
Yes. And I was going to say that the worst noise that we had, is camping. I just remembered. Worst New Year's Eve of my life. We went camping at a friend's property and it was right opposite a pub. Fleetwood Mac the whole night.
Oh,
Out of somebody's car. Like
no.
they were playing Fleetwood Mac after the pub had shut. Maybe it was a pub, I can't quite remember, but like Fleetwood Mac all night long.
No sleep for anyone.
Yeah, we should have just stayed up hanging out with our friends.
Yeah, but
instead of trying to go to sleep at 3 o'clock in the morning to sleep with
that
Matt.
doesn't make camping very much fun.
No. And then the second worst time was when kids hopped on quad bikes very early in the morning.
One of the last times we went camping, there was a baby crying in a tent behind us, which we were actually totally fine with. We were young parents ourselves and went, oh, there's a baby crying. But you know what the most annoying bit was? The dad kept yelling at the baby, just be quiet, just go back to sleep, you're going to wake everybody up. And he was so loud, everything in me, it took not to yell, you're the one waking us up, you're the one annoying, we can all sleep with a baby crying, we can't sleep with you carrying on.
So if you're listening, Dad, you ruined Amy's camping experience.
More from us in just a few minutes. Don't forget to visit our website, theartofdecluttering.com.au, and sign up for our bonus episode that's not so secret anymore. We've done episodes on linen cupboards, toys, wardrobes, pantries, jewellery, and so many more. So if you're new to the Art of Decluttering, you'll find loads of great tips like this one from the episode we did on entryways.
We keep hooks right next to our door for our keys, so that coming and going, we put our keys straight away. So if you haven't got somewhere to store your car keys, you can go as simple as what Kirsty was saying, and that's just putting a basket somewhere near the door or on top of something that you know where it is, and just make sure they always go in there. And for us, that's just hanging them up near the door.
And now back to the podcast for so many more tips and tricks.
So when we go camping, we do a family effort to set up the tent and everything, and the kids really like taking ownership in that. So, we get there and we set it all up, and then as soon as we can, we get the kids in the water or off doing an activity so I can potter, because I quite like pottering and setting up the table and making sure the beds are right. That's quite enjoyable for me.
I can imagine. So, anything else that we want to get across with camping?
Yeah, one of the things that I think is really cool when you go camping is to keep your containers, but more importantly is to keep like with like, so that when you are looking for a spare bit of rope or a torch or a candle or aero spray, what's it called? Aerogard spray, you can find it when you need it relatively quickly, and you're not having to search through tubs and drive yourself bananas.
Yeah, keeping like with like is always a good tip, no matter where and what you're doing.
We find that more recently we've been doing holiday houses and just hiring like an Airbnb or a holiday house or a cabin, and we move in. So we make sure when we go in, we have a home for everything. So where's our handbags going to sit, where the hat's going to sit. And I find that really helpful with holidaying. It just makes me relax more because I don't feel like I'm constantly looking for something.
Do you pretend that it's your actual house, like where you would keep the keys in your house? You keep them similarly?
No, we just find the best and easiest place in the holiday house.
Cool. Do you know what I love about camping is that usually you can borrow and scab things off your friends.
It's true. Like we've talked about before, the borrowing economy, the sharing economy.
Yeah.
What have you lent out or borrowed from a friend?
We've lent out our tent.
Yeah, so have we. Shout out to my sister Laura, who has an awesome story of borrowing my tent and having to return it not quite in the state that we lent it to her in. And we've lent out our gazebo and a whole lot of different things because we have all the kit that we need but don't use it all that often, so friends know they can always borrow it.
Yes. As I said, we haven't camped in ages, so we need to get back to it. Simon's taken the kids camping a few times when I needed a break. So, but I'm really looking forward to going camping with them this year, hopefully.
Yeah, that sounds like fun. There's a quote, you can tell me which famous fashion designer says it, but once you're ready, take something off.
Oh.
Once you've fully dressed, look in the mirror and take an item away.
Yes.
Do you know who that was?
No.
So there's this quote, and I kind of think of it the same when you're going on holidays, like pack and then take away like 20% of what you've packed clothing-wise because you're not going to need them. You often have a T-shirt that you love and you wear it again and again, or you've got something that you wear and you don't need 2 pairs of bathers. You're just going to wear the same pair every day because they're your favourites.
Yeah. And kids are the same. They might get dirty, but you're on holidays. Who cares? You're not going to a fashion parade.
Worst case scenario, go to Kmart, buy the new $4 pair of shorts, and that's better than taking all the extras you need with you on holidays.
Yes, unless you're going to somewhere in the Outback where there's no Kmart.
Oh, look, I've never travelled to the Outback and camped out in the Outback, So if you're planning on doing that, please get better advice than what Kirsty and I are bringing you right now. Camping and holiday houses, we've got you covered. Going in the outback and risking your lives with snakes and spiders and breaking down cars and heat and camels, please
Not got your back.
get someone else who's much more experienced than us.
So I guarantee that you have a list and you print it out and check it off before you go and as you pack up. Do you?
Almost.
Almost.
I don't use a list to pack up.
You don't make sure that you've got everything?
No, I've never left anything anywhere.
Ever?
No.
Ever?
No.
Ever?
Nope.
Okay,
Ever.
good.
So we don't use a list to pack up. We do use a list to pack, but it's not a list that I print out because it's so simple. It's basically just the stuff I need day to day and we pack it and we go. It
Great.
really doesn't take much. Do you use a list?
We do lists when we're going away. Like we'll be very thoughtful about like, okay, Ollie only needs 2 pairs of shorts or 3 pairs of shorts, and Emily only needs 2 dresses. Because if left to their own devices, Ollie would pack 1 t-shirt and 1 pair of pants and 1 pair of undies.
Like a true boy.
And Emily would pack 16 dresses.
Right. So at least they could share a suitcase and kind of even out over the end.
Not sure how keen Oliver would be in wearing dresses. So.
Oh, yeah. Good point.
Yeah, so we do that, and we do lists of extra things like we need to take like phone chargers and Kindles and like
it's pretty annoying when you forget one of those kind of things.
Yeah, and stuff that you don't necessarily have every day. Like I don't use my Kindle every day, but I'd love to take it on holidays.
Yeah.
So
one of my favourite things to do is to go on holidays with no books and then go to an op shop, and I usually buy like 2 or 3 autobiographies or biographies. And I just love that. And then I leave them wherever I am. I just take them back to the op shop.
Yeah.
And it's cost me like $6 to read 3 books. And I love doing that.
Whereas I like taking all those books that not all of them, but a few books that I've been meaning to read during the year and haven't got around to.
Holidays are good for that.
Yeah. So, and I think that it's a good idea to write a list just to make sure that you don't forget something and that you can add to. And like, for instance, when we drove down to Melbourne, we got up really early. So I had a list of things to take in the morning. So toothbrushes.
Yes, the things you could easily forget. Phone charger.
Food, like cold food in the fridge, like the fruit.
Yeah, that's an excellent idea.
So,
I do like my list.
Yeah.
It is helpful. It's just not, I just write it each time.
Yeah, and so I think that if you do go on regular camping holidays or you go down to a holiday house regularly, then it is a good idea to have a list and, you know, maybe on the computer so you can reprint it every time or have it walk around with your iPad or your laptop and just make sure, check off what you have.
Can I tell you one of my favourite things that I've discovered about camping? And in fact, even normal holidays, we do this now, is we take down some plastic containers so that when we hey, what we do, we usually get like salad rolls for lunch and you slice a tomato and then you're at the holiday house and you're like, what do I do with half a tomato? Well, ta-da, Amy bought some containers. So we use the Sistema Clippets so that we can take them on holidays, and we take just a little variety. But it means if we open a pack of biscuits, we've got somewhere to put the other half that they don't go stale. If we buy some ham, we've got somewhere to put it. And whether we go camping or to a holiday house or whatever, we always take a small selection of those. And I take bag clasps. So if you open a bag of chips but you don't get through the whole packet, you just clasp it up and you're not make anything go off. And they take up no room.
Who doesn't eat a whole bag of chips?
Sometimes we don't. Maybe we just buy really big bags, or maybe we've got 2 bags on the go at once.
Maybe. Or maybe you're healthier than I.
Possibly.
Wow.
But those are just for us little things that make a big difference. It's just having a couple of those things that we know we always take. When we go camping, we always take pegs because I want to be able to just hang some stuff up. We always take a little bit of washing powder. Because if we're going to have to wash something, when we were camping with friends when our kids were preschool, one of their preschoolers wet the bed, but it was like wet the bed and the sleeping bag. And just by having a little bit of washing powder, you don't even have to go to the laundromat. You can just hand wash. That's a thing. That's a thing people did for lots of times before the real machines were here. So, you could hand wash.
Excellent.
How's that for advice?
Yep, hand washing
is a thing.
Tip for the day, peeps.
Don't do it unless you have to.
Don't buy clothes that need hand washing.
Oh, no, we don't buy clothes that need hand washing. I'm just talking about like desperate camping situations that don't have washing machines.
I know. I'm just stirring one of my friends.
Yeah.
Actually.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, subliminally.
Private joke
Private,
there.
yep.
That is good with me.
Yep. So, how do you pack? You're saying to take one away. Take more away.
I just don't
than
think you need to pack anywhere near as much as most people pack. Because I think we get lulled into this false sense of, hey, we're going in the car, we've got heaps of room, we don't have weight limitations at the airport, they're not going to make me leave stuff, so we just pack more.
Yeah, and I might just need it.
Yeah, probably not, people.
I might just.
You might just need it, but you probably don't. And so I would suggest just reducing what you pack. When we pack, each person packs their own bag, but when we come back, we don't put all our clothes back into our own bag. We have one bag for clean clothes and usually a couple of bags for dirty clothes, so that when we get home, we can just take the dirty bag clothes and put them straight into the laundry, wash them, and we don't have to actually go through and separate things out, which makes things much easier.
Yes, it does. That's what we do too. I love it. So easy just to take that one bag, chuck it straight in the wash.
Awesome. Have you got any other tips for us on holidays, camping and holiday houses?
I love the idea of a holiday house.
Permanently or just going to one randomly?
I would love to have a permanent one. I don't think we would ever justify having a permanent one.
Yep.
Because it's a lot of money for little use. Even if you Airbnb'd it, I still think it's a lot of money. And as I said, Simon's always been, let's go, to a different place. And I love exploring and adventure, so I'm up for different places. But I just love the idea of not having to pack. Like you
Home
only
away
have to
from
pack.
home.
You only have to pack your clothes then.
Yeah.
You only have to pack your boardies and your t-shirts
Because that's what you're going to be doing. You're just going to be surfing.
or skiing.
So many fun things you can do with a very small suitcase. My kids only ever take hand luggage when we travel. They just have a backpack and they fit in what they fit in and they don't take anything else.
Yeah, each kid have got a little rolly bag.
Oh, yep.
But then they also pack a backpack full of things that they don't actually end up playing with.
Oh, see, ours take a book and a board game, but it goes in their bag.
Ollie doesn't take too much. He brought down like Lego this holiday
Oh, that's annoying.
and lightsabers.
Okay,
He's
lightsabers I can understand.
Lost one already.
Ah,
And
Little
Emily brought everything that she could possibly squeeze into her backpack. Like every doll outfit, everything. I don't know. Sorry, Mum, if you find bits and pieces of her doll stuff forever. And I said to her,
Nerida, you have permission to just throw it out once
Yeah.
they're gone.
yeah, exactly. She'll be happy to. But Emily just shoves. She's a little squirrel. She's like, how much can I shove in?
Wow, that must drive you a little crazy.
A little.
But you love her.
Yes, I do.
That was a bit too long of a pause.
No, what's it? Read into it what you may.
I love it. I know we do. We would love to hear if you've got any super duper holiday camping trips. If you go hardcore camping and you want to share some tips with us, please let us know. You may even entice us to go hardcore, dig your own pit camping one day. But other than that, don't forget to take some plastic containers for the food bits that you have. Pack in clear containers, keep like with like. And remember, you don't have to own everything you go camping with. You can borrow it. You can hire it. You can buy it off eBay and then sell it on eBay again when you get back. There are so many cool options.
Yes, and we would love to know where you do go camping. Share with us where you go camping so that all our lovely listeners can come and join you at your secret hideaway.
Sounds
we can
enticing.
we can have an Art of Decluttering Camp out.
Oh, we could make s'mores.
Oh, we could record a live podcast.
We
from
could sing
somewhere.
songs around the campfire.
Okay, no.
What?
You killed it.
Are you serious? That was the best bit.
Kumbaya.
No. We're not singing Kumbaya. But we can sing like cool songs.
Like what? What's a cool thing?
I can play 4 chords on the guitar.
Oh, Cal can play much better than
He's
that.
a very good musician.
So, okay.
See? Sorted. Do you have something you want to share with us? I can
do.
see you pulling out I can see you pulling out your iPhone to read us an iTunes review.
Yes, we've got a beautiful review from Miso54. They say Kirsty and Amy do a brilliant job of helping people and their mindset when it comes to organisation and decluttering. Brilliant podcast, and I would highly recommend you have a listen. So thank you so much, Miso54. We really appreciate your review on iTunes. And if you're inspired too by Miso54, hop on over to iTunes and leave a review so everybody else can know how brilliant you find this podcast.
So thank you for joining us this week, having a bit of fun with us, and we look forward to coming to you next week and going along with you to dance lessons while you sit and watch your kids, or cricket club, however it is that you choose to listen to us. We look forward to seeing you next week.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for joining us. If you've learnt something awesome today, do a friend a favour and share this episode so they too can learn the art of decluttering. You can find me, Amy, over at simplyorganised.net or on Facebook as Simply Organised PO.
You can find me, Kirsty, over at feelslikehome.net.au or on Facebook as Feels Like Home PO. Don't forget, you can see the show notes in your podcast app or over at our website, theartofdecluttering.com.au. So if there's anything you want more info on, check it out there. If you love what you hear, we'd really appreciate you leaving a review on iTunes.
We hope you've enjoyed listening and that you've learnt some tips to help you declutter and keep your home organised.
If you'd like to join our supporter community, you can do so over at patreon.com/theartofdecluttering.
We hope you have a great rest of your day and enjoy the freedom.